Congratulations to all Dalhousie graduates, faculty and staff on celebrating 50 years of history since the foundation of the School of Physiotherapy. My memories go back to 1967, the year that I arrived fresh from England and joined Hazel Lloyd as a physiotherapy lecturer. We had inquired about multiple schools around the world, but had decided that Halifax was closest to home and offered an opportunity to teach in a new and developing program. After I accepted the position and made plans to travel, we found out that Hazel Lloyd had made plans to come to England and to travel back to Halifax on the same flight. Then I realised that I now had two Hazels in my life. My wife's name is Hazel and my future colleague would also be Hazel. We flew from London Heathrow as a family with 4 young children. While waiting in the departure lounge, my wife Hazel looked across the room and said to me, "That must be Hazel Lloyd. She has an uncanny ability to recognise the physiotherapist." After boarding the flight, our family of 6 was seated in one row, and the lady that we'd identified was sitting 3 rows ahead. We warned the children to behave. All went well until just before landing, when the mystery lady walked back and identified herself. What a relief, we had passed the observation test. After that, Hazel Lloyd was extremely helpful to us in settling into a new life and became a great friend and colleague. In those early years, hospital experience was my responsibility. I was the male in the white coat with half a dozen attractive females walking the wards of the Victoria General Hospital. That made a few heads turn, especially the young medical students. We transferred our classes from the corner of University Avenue and Robey Street to the newly opened Tupper building, first on the 5th floor and eventually to the sub-basement, and finally to the newly renovated Forest building. Mrs. Taylor was our very efficient secretary, making sure the programs ran smoothly. Classes were small and we packed a lot of training into 2 years, but we had a lot of fun. I remember fondly the Christmas parties and the students' visits to our home. The program continued to grow, particularly under the leadership of David Egan. After I retired in 1989, I continued to be involved with physiotherapy by volunteering in developing countries, particularly Kenya. It is especially satisfying to have some of my former students, including my daughter, participate in these projects and to see the programs grow. One of the highlights of my career was being awarded an honorary degree by Dalhousie for working in Kenya. Thank you to Joan Walker for initiating this process, for always being a support of the physiotherapy profession and to Dalhousie University. Although I'm not with you tonight, you are in my thoughts, and I wish you a happy time getting reacquainted and recalling memories of Dalhousie. Thank you.